Everyone, Gary here again. I'm just going to be playing a little bit of Pillars of Eternity 2. Yeah, go straight in. We're not at the very beginning, rather than showing you the very beginning and you having to see it all again if you decide to play it. We're just a little bit in. Only, I want to say it was about, I think it's about an hour in. Just pretty much the first main quest. We'll just see where it leads us.
Well, don't see why not.
My character is a fighter, and we've got Eder, or Eder, I forget how you pronounce his name. He's a rogue, and we're just here investigating this dig site. Now, as you can see, there's some some interesting sites. Got Luminous Adra Pool. What's up here?
Enemies.
Oh, we've got enemies. So, good way to show off the fights. So, it pauses automatically, that's how I've got it set up. Because you can set it up. In fact, I could show you. Why not? Makes more sense. Auto pause. So that's how I've got it set up. And you can have it as, well, I don't know, as interfering as you want it, basically. So I just have it kind of on the main points. So if a character dies, yeah, you're gonna want to know that. Again, low health, a good one to have. Enemy spotted, definitely. Combat start, another one to have. And traps detected, again, that's a good one to have. And you can also have it, there you go, to stop the party movement if that happens as well, but I'm kind of okay with that. Back in we go. Now, for this first part, I'm just going to tell them both to attack. We'll move in. Oh, and now there's a second. And yeah, let's have a look at this. I've already looked at these, so I know these things. All the characters in the game have 4 defences against attacks. Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex and Will. These defences are based on their attributes, level, items and other effects. The more powerful the character, the higher their defences will be and the harder they will be to hit or affect with abilities. It is basically telling you this is essentially a D&D game without the D&D. Because this is, well, the first game was basically a spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate, which was all D&D. And this is a sequel, so, you know, stands to reason that it's pretty much the same. This one pretty much kind of speaks for itself, really. A miss has no effect. Well, yeah. And considering there's 2 of them, I'm just going to tell that one to go there, and that one to attack that one, and we'll see what happens. In fact, he can try a crippling strike on that one. In fact, so, and then we unpause. Oof. That's quite a decent amount of health took off. Concentration and knocked it down. And the good thing there is the AI in the, wow, splat, full on splat. Yeah, the AI is pretty good. As soon as one one's, oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I had to click on that one. And you pick up those bits, and that is to tell you about ingredients, so you can make stuff later on. I forgot what I was saying. Professional, always. Yeah, basically one finishes off their enemy, it'll automatically go straight to the next one. Ancient Training Hall. Let's have a look. What's in here? I guess it's another fight, but we'll see, won't we? Loading can sometimes take a little longer than you'd expect, but it's not too much to worry about. Right, what happens in here? Oh, it's a big statue. The statue bears elaborate detail from the buckles of the warrior's greaves to his curly locks.
You see that?
Oh, Trap detected. There we go. We discovered while exploring. In which case now I can do this. And we'll see.
Hey.
I think he's good with traps. Let's see. Yep, disarmed. Excellent. Oh, and combat started. Something's been spotted, which I don't see right now. So, oh, a skeletal warrior. Oh, this one has constant recovery.
Take him down.
That doesn't sound like it's going to
No
be good
good.
for the. So, Nico has discovered something. Oh, there's a trap over there. That's fine. Knockdown. Yeah, that's a good one to have. Might help. And he can. Windmill slash. Why not? And both missed. Excellent.
It's not supposed to happen.
I suspect this is not a good fight for me. I'm probably going to
No
die.
good.
Well, no, actually, it's not doing too bad. Just didn't think. I thought
not
that
supposed to
constant recovery would have been a problem. But it's not done too bad. That's not a shield to collect. And a vessel bone. Once one of the bones to which a soul desperately clung. Now it holds only traces of the life it held. Yeah, I'm not going to take that. It seems a bit weird. Alright, you can go to disarm that. The train of his blade is heavily notched from repeated strikes on hapless trainees. Nice. Right. Let's have a look. You have a look in there. Nice mace. A large shield. It's a good one to have actually. Gauntlets of accuracy. Might be good on him.
What do you need?
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to him. Right, we're gonna back out here now, just for a moment. So why not just continue on with the main part of this quest, which is to investigate down here in the dig site itself. Not sure if there's anything down here to have a fight with. Oh yes, there is. A young panther. What's this tutorial? Abilities. Yeah, that's basically what I just did. With the crippling strike and stuff like that before. So
Take
we're
him
gonna
down.
both go in and then we'll see if more appear. Yep. That one's appeared, so you can try fighting that one.
Almost.
I know it doesn't look particularly exciting when you're just watching this happen. But
Let's go.
it's, I said before, it's very D&D, so a lot of it's kind of in the imagination. Some people don't like that. It's kind of up to you whether you do or not, and whether it's going to affect your decision to play this
Let's
game or
go.
not. But it's basically one of those games where if you've played like Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, the first game of this, kind of makes sense to have a look at it. And the bestiary gets you extra stuff.
I've got it. Right.
What's that?
Will do.
Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there? Are the beasts gone?
One woman comes up to the door, hands pressed against the glass. One turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door and you hear a rattling clank. Guessing that let them out? Yeah, there we go.
Perfetto! We are saved!
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
Governor Clario is indeed the one that sent me here. He's who I got the quest from.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valian.
Caloste!
Turns back to you with a resigned breath.
You are here, and that is what matters.
So where is Odorisi? What are you all doing? The Adra Colossus, where did it go?
Somewhere to the north, I think. By the mercy of all the gods, it must be miles away now. I do not know why, but it seemed drawn to the pillar of luminous Adra we were excavating.
Where is Odorisi? The Animancers look at one another.
He is still in the ruins, we think.
Okay, so what happened?
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim, the ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
What
The
happened then?
Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar. Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up, started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth.
Vanessa shoots him a furious look and he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. If you didn't make it into the cage, you should prepare for the worst. See, that's one of the good things. You always have choices, and it genuinely affects the way the game plays out. She nods.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
She points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena.
If you are going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
Hey, he looks just like...
Ada cuts himself off for reasons not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognise Aloth Corficer all the same. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them. So, I didn't get far enough into the first game to really get to know the characters. I think I did meet this guy. It's like fairly early on, but again, I'm not sure. This game kind of hopes that you do know a few things from the first game, but it also feels like you don't need to as well, so you can still enjoy it.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
You're making a really great case for Engfirth. That's a good one to pick.
Outside of this cage, his skills would be a boon. I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
She quickly looks to Aloth. He nods.
I would be happy to assist.
He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. I'll gladly accept his help. 3 is better than 2.
Be careful, I'm Miko.
She gives Aloth's hand a quick squeeze before backing away.
I shall try.
Aloth nods at her before leading you a short distance away.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island.
He casts a regretful glance back at Vanessa and the Animancers. See, there's part again where I say about the imagination, you know. It says he'll lead you away a short distance and nothing's changed here, but you imagine it. part and parcel of the game. Again, you're either happy with that or you're not. You have to make up your own mind on that one. At least tell me what you've been doing here. You've made new friends, animancers no less, or very well we'll talk later. That's probably a good one to pick while
Indeed.
we're near these people in dialogue. So yeah, you can choose a single class or multi-class for this companion. This choice cannot be changed later. So yeah, you want to think quite hard about this one. But multi-class characters are not recommended for new players. I'm a new player, pretty much. So we'll stick with Wizard. And yeah, there we go. Hey, Edda can come with us as well, because you know we don't want to leave him behind. Arena sub-level, that'll be the way to go. I mean, one thing's for sure about this game is it's a good looking game, because it's just the way it uses the kind of the painted backgrounds with some 3D and the 3D characters, and it just, there's a real nice art style to it all. I think anyone can really appreciate. Okay, what's that?
On it.
Let all champions pay homage to Ixandros, for without him there would be no glory.
Will
Copper Ball has tarnished to a dull blue-green. Grime and dust coat the surface in a thin film. Examine the bowl more closely or leave it be. Let's examine it. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow circular depression. So this is one of the things I have. Like, one of my abilities, or buffs, or whatever you want to call it, is history. I have a bit of history knowledge. You recognise the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Engwithan ruins. It would have been intended for use only by Engwithans who held high rank, or had made some great achievement. In an arena such as this, a champion might fulfil that role. Okay. No closer to knowing what's going on, but that's fine.
Poor fools. They were unprepared for this.
Looks like it might have something for me. There we go. Finding copper, solution, and hardtack. Hardtack is for the ship side of things. I don't think we'll get to that, unfortunately, but there's a lot of sailing in this game as well. It's the world map is you sailing in a ship. You kind of have to look after your crew by keeping food and various other supplies. What's that? Praise to bold-hearted Avarix, master of the blade. Part of the statue near the legs has been forcibly removed. All that remains of this inscription is Raka the Fortunate. Let's try again. The stone around it is worn smooth. Okay. Right. Yeah, so yeah, you have to look after your crew by keeping them fed and watered and various things like the different drinks and that you can have.
on it.
They give your crew like morale boosts and stuff like that. So, you know, alcoholic drinks pretty much keep them happy. These bronze ornate fixtures appear to be braziers or braziers. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. Anyway, soot lines the interior of their metallic petals and used by fresh coal beneath a filigreed grating. Someone lit these recently. Had you in the means, you might do the same, but I don't. So at the moment, leave it alone. Don't have any torches or anything at the moment.
Hey.
Oh, fight.
Take him down.
We're all gonna jump in for this one, and then this excess one. So you are going to fight that one, and you two are going to go after this guy. So I mean, that's all. That's kind of always a good idea, is to watch the gunpowder barrel. Yeah, when you use like your spellcasters and like, your ranged ones, you want to just try and keep back as much as possible. But one thing I did learn while playing this is spellcasters, if they hit these gunpowder barrels, they can ignite them and, you know, explosions.
Will do.
But if one of your people's near that can go horribly wrong. Ooh,
Alright, but I'm keeping what's in there.
it's locked.
Well, that's not nice.
I mustn't have any lockpicks left. Never mind. Moving on. What's up here?
Enemies in.
Oh, more. Oh, will-o-wisp. They're missing. Oh, there's another dude coming in. I'm gonna go fight
Let's
and
go.
go for this spalling. Okay.
That doesn't feel right.
And then they both immediately turn on this one.
That doesn't feel right.
That's it!
Took a bit more of a beating than expected, but there you go.
On it.
Oh, that's dank spores. I don't know. No. It's too easy to go for like the dank memes thing, and you know, I'm too old to get away with that. On we go. There's a lot of exploration in this. Oh, there we go again. I'm just kind of quiet. I'm just kind of rushing through a little bit just so you get to see as much as possible, basically.
Trouble.
Here we go. Huh. Well, that didn't last long. Let's go this way first. Not sure if there's anything around here.
Enemies in.
Oh, there is a rusted copper construct. So this one looks like it might give us a bit more trouble. So let's try some Minoletters, minor missiles. There you go, that's a good one to try. And then unpause. Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah? Got it.
Tutorials, here we go. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. If an engaged character that moves away from the character engaging them, they will provoke a disengagement attack. Basically, don't run away unless you've got a move that can kind of negate the effects, you know, so you don't get stabbed in the back, kind of thing.
Almost.
Almost isn't good
Take
enough.
that!
You
Let's
fire.
try it out! Curses!
Yes. Fire.
That's it!
I said it's not always the most exciting to watch, but when you're playing it, you're kind of in the moment. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of
I've got
fun as you play. Rubble. Oh, let's see some jade. Yeah, pickaxe might be good. I think I need another sword. I'm okay for that. Can't go down
Indeed.
there, so we move on. One of the good things I like about this game actually is this tracking camera. The number of times I've played a game like this and it's just, you have to constantly shift the camera and you just...
Tread.
Ooh, hello? Yeah, essence anomaly. Yeah, you just kind of get a little bit... It's not exactly a big problem, but it's just a little irritant.
Let's go.
Doing quite enough damage as it is. There we go. So, what did he leave behind?
Will do.
Spirit residue. Faint ethereal wisps of soul energy made manifest. Doesn't tell you anything really, but there we go. More statue people. There we go up here.
That's Odorisi.
So Odorisi's had a bad time.
On it.
Frozen mid-stride, this grim figure is turned toward the colossal pillar of Ardra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dulled surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of a fist is a bundle of papers, bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
I think that's the guy we're looking for. Sure holding on to those papers tight.
As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slow away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. You have gained an item. Odoris's notes. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ash and dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look up at the Ardra, and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It's as though it has been disconnected from the wheel.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
And there we go. We'll leave it there. A nice little teaser for the rest of the game if you decide to pick it up. Yes, this is how a lot of the story scenes play out, like in between like acts and chapters and things like that. The gameplay itself, I love it. I think it's very good. Very much reminiscent of Baldur's Gate, as I expected after playing a little bit of the first game. The ship stuff, which unfortunately I've not been able to show you, but I might do another video at some point and show you the rest of it, like some of the ship combat and things like that. But the ship combat is a bit more D&D. Like you don't see the ships; it's all menus and text, but it still works. Yeah, I mean this game though, it's got an intriguing story. The characters are great; they're all well written, as you'd kind of expect from an Obsidian game. They're well acted as well; like the voice actors are very good. Everything seems to be impressive so far, and hopefully that continues. Especially some of the responses that you can give to questions, or you can just like taunt enemies and things like that. It's quite fun. There's a lot of humour to it, as well as like the actual serious nature of the story itself. But yeah, interesting game, and I hope to have a review up fairly soon. Unfortunately, it's a very big game, so I need to have a bit more time with it before I give a scored review. But there's the evidence of how good this game could be, and if it's your kind of thing, think about it. That's all. If you like this video, like, subscribe, do all that. Comment if you want to give us any feedback, or me any feedback in particular, because I'm still new at this. Always good to hear what you think. And yeah, stuff like Patreon, podcasts, all that. Keep following us, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.